What is up, viewers and subscribers? Spang here, bringing you another World of Tanks gameplay commentary. This is actually the first commentary I brought you in a while that will only be for one game. Again, these are my 8.4 replays. I'm just trying to get through these, and then after I get through mine, I will be going through yours. Once I sort all those out, that is. Anyway, I am in my Lorr 155-50, which is an artillery piece I've grown very much to love. And this is a tier 9 match, only slightly so. Tier 8 certainly having more of a play of the field. Here, I'm going to destroy this debris because that's always a good idea. And go to what I believe will be an effective artillery position. Now, the French artillery, for those unaware, do have a good mobility. They certainly can get to a decent top speed if this game would stop. The replays tend to be a little finicky. These are not frame rate issues. These are just replays not liking to play nicely. Hopefully we'll see that fixed by Wargaming at some point. I'm fairly certain it is not a hardware issue on my end. I think it's just some weird compatibility issues with the replays or some sort of deal like that. But I digress. The enemy team sending their scout right up the center. T-71 apparently being what he believes is clever, although it has really isolated him, made him a vulnerable target should he even decide to try to move from his current location. I'm kind of just waiting. I already took a shot, as we see there, and I am reloading. The Lorr 155-50 does have a fast rate of fire when it comes to comparing itself to the other tier 6 artillery pieces, but that's because it does less damage, so you kind of pay for that. I mean, it's also supposedly more accurate, and hopefully we'll be seeing that continue on. And right here, oh, just an absolutely devastating shot going right through the top of that tank's turret, dealing my average HE damage. Now, that is what you love to see as an artillery player. Not so much as, here I say, wow, sorry, but like I was saying, you love to see that as an artillery player, not so much as a tank player, because when it comes to high tier artillery, tier 8, then that can one-shot even tier 10 vehicles, especially if it's a T-92. So you hope that never happens to you as a tank player, but as an artillery player, it's what you go for. It's why I aim for the top of the turret and try to just get those drop-down shots. And every now and again, I get lucky. However, that is more the standard right there, about 300 some odd damage. The Lorr, like I said, not really that heavy of a hitter, but its rate of fire and accuracy do make up for it. My team having a decent push across the map. Still no enemy or friendly vehicles getting eliminated as of yet, although I would like to change that when it comes to this T-26, as we will see right here. My shot completely going wide. I wasn't even sure if that was inside the circle, but, you know, there's nothing I can do except reload and move on to another target, or perhaps just keep aiming at the same target. I'm not really ready to kind of turn my vehicle and lose my aim. And as we see that Super Pershing getting eliminated very quickly, taking a shot at where I believe that T-29 would be, getting a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill when it came to leading the target and getting a kill. So that is kill number 2 for my team. Still nothing too significant. Neither of the tier 9s on either team have really been lit up or hurt to any even great extent. So I'm a little bit braggy in this match, saying leading like a champ, not even a spot. And like I said, when you're a good artillery player, it's kind of fun to poke a little bit of insults at and provocation. You know, taunt the enemy team. It's, I mean, what else are you going to do during those reloads? Really. Here we go, this little 1390 in a lot of trouble. That low, that KV-4, and that 1375 certainly trying to do their worst. Ooh, another great hit. 810 on that low, definitely hurting him a lot, and hopefully this KV-4 will be my next victim, although I can't seem to decide between the two. Our team still comfortably ahead with a lead, both teams having not really lost anything too significant, and this KV-4 will be eliminated by me. So kill number 2, very happy about that as well. KV-4 is certainly something a bit more significant. Again, me taunting the enemy team, and enemy artillery being spotted, me not really prioritizing it. I saw he was in the city, therefore not really something I thought I could hit, and I really wanted to try and try and kill this low. Our Type 59 saying, artillery, wake up. I'm like, dude, I've got 2 kills, half of our teams, and he's just really, I hate it when tank players try to tell artillery how to play. Taking a shot, eliminating that low. Again, doing very, very well for myself. And that enemy artillery apparently having gotten eliminated by our Hummel. At least that's what I assume. You know, it's this match going very one-sidedly at this point. 5 kills ahead, and the enemy team really just crumbling under the pressure. Not only that, my constant artillery barrage is certainly becoming devastating for them. I mean, 3 kills at this point, and not only that, pretty significant kills. Yeah, the T-29, maybe not so much. The enemy team still trying to just stay and cover the best they can. This KV-5 getting a little bit greedy as he decides to try and drive out and get this elk. However, I lose my accuracy, so he's safe for now. I decide to say screw him, hopefully wanting this IS-3 to drive out of his cover a bit, but instead seeing the Centurion 7/1 kind of just driving right out there and making himself a decent target for me. Again, leading the target very well. That is something artillery players should practice consistently. If you cannot lead the target, chances are pretty good you're not going to be able to get that many shots off. So definitely showing the value of having skill as an artillery player. Like I said, artillery is a lot of luck, a lot of skill, and a little bit of in between. Right there, the SU-122-44 getting eliminated. That is kill number 4 for me. Very happy with the way this match has been going. And the enemy team still 5 tanks behind, 6 tanks behind. Our team doing a solid push on all fronts. We had a good push to the north, and we've had a good push down to the fields in the south. And I'm just trying to see what I can shoot and help out with what is the largest threat, because as artillery, it is really your job to support your team where they need it most, where the largest enemy threat is coming from. And in that case, I've deemed the Centurion to be that biggest threat. Not really doing anything but tracking him right there. Very unfortunate, but I can't complain too much with how good of rolls I've had on my shots this round. When all is said and done, I will end up getting over 5,000 points of damage dealt, and as the Lorraine 155-50, that is certainly something that is not usually expected for such a low damage gun. However, I will say this much: the Lorraine 155-50, up there is that enemy artillery. I'm going to try and get a shot off on him right away, and will I get it? No, I will not. There we go. For supposedly being the most accurate artillery piece, it certainly does like to miss a lot. However, this match, I believe I was 9 for 15 on direct hits, so can't really complain. And as I said, dealing over 5,000 points of damage, and certainly demonstrating the power of a rapid-fire artillery piece. Now, I wasn't really too concerned about counter-arty due to my somewhat unusual positioning. It wasn't too out of the ordinary, but that's not usually where enemy artillery looks. Honestly, counter artillery has been something that's been dying away, especially since the devs came out and said it's really, most of the time, it's a waste of time. And so that isn't to say as an artillery piece you shouldn't shoot and move, because that one time you think you're safe, you're probably going to get counter-artied, because you're probably going to end up in a match with someone who still does it. Or for someone who's bored. I mean, if there are no enemy tanks spotted or no shots they have, they'll be looking in the base, because, I mean, it's the most effective thing they can do. But digressing back, the Lorraine 155, definitely a good artillery piece. Honestly, it is a Confederate machine. If you aren't aware of what I'm speaking of, I'm talking about the Confederate medal. And that is basically for damaging 6 or more enemy vehicles, which are subsequently killed by your allies. And I get a Confederate at least once every 10 matches, so it does definitely have its pluses and minuses, and I've grown to love it. It certainly took a little bit getting used to with the lower damage gun. I was so much more used to the S51 and even the GW Panther, which back in the day when I had it did a decent amount of damage per shot. So it's every tank is different, and it takes some getting used to. But as you can see, the Lorraine 155, if you like the way it plays, if you thought maybe you should, if you think, you know, seeing this, you might want to get it, I would recommend it. But anyway, if you like this video, click that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you got a replay, send it to spanglereplays@gmail.com. Specific instructions are in the description. Until next time, my viewers, this is Spang, and I am signing off.